We have talked about short term cycles and long term cycles of spirituality in our past video. The short term cycles are created by the Mahabhut and the Indriya, the structure and the experience of the structure. Now, short term cycles can be thought about the interactions that the Indriyas have with the Mahabhuts. They will be the way we interact with earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Now, Pratyahara, as you remember, is the disciplined, structured experience of the Mahabhut using the Indriya. So, for earth, it will be intermittent fasting. For water, it will be drinking alkaline water, not sporadically, but in small 2 or 3 times a day. And in fire, it will be the karma that you do, hopefully Nishkam karma. In the air, it will be the kumbhak or the mindfulness breathing that you engage in. And in ether, it will be dhyan or contemplation that liquidates the vasanas. Now, the way you structure these 5 Mahabhuts in your life will distill as karma or lack thereof it and be collected in the repository of the Akashic record, which is called the Ran Anubandhan or the Karma Anubandhan, unfolding in the way you have created. Because what is created will be destroyed. Rules of prana. What has been created will be destroyed. Rule of prana is creating cyclicity or uptrends followed by downtrends, evolution followed by devolution, or devolution followed by evolution. But there is no static nature or straight linear way in which it moves. It's not flat. Prana is not boring. Prana is very exciting or depressing, but it's never lack of things. When there's lack of things, that state is chitta, but that again becomes over time peacefulness and bliss by introspection. So the world of prana is the world of progress and deterioration. So when we are in our spiritual paths, we will experience progress and deterioration. We will not remain static ever. When you are doing yoga and you stop doing yoga, you're not going to remain there. I have talked about the divine beings trying to autosave your progress in the past life by giving you the right birth in the right place. But that happens as an effect of the long-term cycles. That divine grace will dissolve and disappear if we continue to have lack of sankalp orientation and therefore development of shraddha or faith. Sankalp and shraddha, you start with sankalp, you end with shraddha. Shraddha you cannot just get in one day. Shraddha is very complex. So sankalp and shraddha have to eventually come in your life, and that way you will shape your short-term cycles, interaction of Mahabhut with Indriya, to decide your long-term cycles, Karma Bandhan and Ananya Cheta, Ananya Bhakti, creating Bhagavad Kripa. So, prana world setbacks will happen. Static, you will not remain. Either you will make extreme progress or you will start devolving. Because remember, when a uptrend, something that goes up, falls, changes its direction, there is a very minor state where it is changing its direction. It might seem static. Just like if you take a picture of a running car on the road, the picture will look static, but the car is in motion. Prana cannot remain static. Your progress will not remain in one place. Bhavakripa is trying to save it as much as it can. But if your karmas are always devolving, deteriorating, in the realm of ahankar, bal, darpam, kam, krodh, kamesh, krodhesh, lust, anger, greed, then you are tied in the lower chakras. You are begging to be sinking in the lower species. And we call it karma, we call it destiny. Everything starts with intention. Awareness is born out of existence. Shiva is born out of the chitta. When you lose Shiva or super consciousness, you will slowly forget that you are chitta or existence. And then you will start looking for things around you. What does not exist tries to identify with whatever seems to be existing around it in the realm of prana. So, try to save your progress by structured pratyahara every day. Setbacks will happen because that's the way prana is trying to fight back and try to keep you in the world of Maya. Nothing wrong with that. But our natural tendency should be to understand the modus operandi of prana, which is fluctuation, variation, dynamicity, taking us feel you're at top of the world, full with arrogance or ego, and then dropping us down, you are nothing. So these are very hard lessons. Our chitta is not used to subjecting to this height and then drop down on the floor. Nobody cares kind of thing. Because chitta is an innocent baby. It doesn't like all these fluctuations because it damages it. It's used to soft, sweet rides where it is happy, go lucky, and it's enjoying all the time. So it doesn't want this super heightened artificial enjoyment, which we call pleasure, or the heightened state of damage called sadness or suffering, because it is free of these heightened artificial spikes that prana creates in the realms of pleasure and misery. So, my friends, try to continue working, because if you're not working in the right direction, you will work in the wrong direction. That is why we say try to keep yourself occupied all day, because once you are bored, you remember how the whole story started. Shiv Chitta became bored. Shiv Chitta became curious what else is there. Shiv Chitta started harboring desires. And you see, boredom creates curiosity, curiosity creates desire and wisdom. But when the desire is exceeding the wisdom, then the curiosity will take the course of prana world, the world of prakriti, maya, guna, mahabhut, indriya, man, buddhi, karma bandhan. All these things will happen. So try to auto-save your progress every day, just like God is auto-saving His Bhagavad Kripa on you. Try to structure your small cycles, because they eventually affect the higher cycles or the upper, longer cycles of karma bandhan and Bhagavad Kripa. Try to harness the powers of sankalp, intention, I will go back home. And shraddha, faith, nothing can stop me. Belief can be broken, shraddha only grows stronger with time. If you do yoga, pratyahar, if you do sankalp and shraddha, then your short-term cycles are not constantly clobbered and your direction is not damaged. You will not devolve. The setbacks won't lead to deterioration. There is the tendency of prana to allure you by giving you some kind of a decoy and then trap you in the world. Just like a mouse is trapped by the cheese in the mouse trap, we poor chittas are trapped by the alluring nature of Maya, the game of delusion, misidentification due to ego. And then you are trapped in karma bandhan. So small cell cycles have to be structured. Increase awareness in everything you're doing. Remember, if you let your guard down, prana will attack you and it will try to devolve you. It will try to damage you and keep you here, because who wants to let go of a chitta? We have got a free chitta particle in our this delusional Maya world. We will trap it here and we will try to just bounce you around forever and ever. So very important to understand this cyclical nature of prana, creating tops, temporary tops and temporary bottoms, making us feel worse when we are at the bottom, transiently make feel good pleasure at the top. The game of the Preya, the transient dopaminergic pleasures, and lifelong suffering, life after life. So small term progress has to be constantly made to structure our small cycles so that the long cycles become free, nispriha, become free of the cravings, and less setbacks will happen, because prana will never remain static. Chitta is static. Prana is dynamic. Prana will try to trap you and sink you further and further to the point it will want to erase off your existence into prana. Think of prana as a blind man running amok, killing everybody around him. And chitta has the eyes but is without hands. It cannot do anything. So the ability of chitta is in introspection, contemplation, discursive action. The ability of prana is action, just action, and action going up in one direction, then neutralizing it in the other direction. So the net movement is zero. So prana will vibrate. What has gone up will come down. What has come down will go up. Never trying to remain static. Chitta will always remain static. So very important to be very mindful of every small thing we do in the 5 limbs of pratyahara, so that we are allowing formation of a more uniform small cycle, which is going to affect the long-term cycle. The long-term cycle is what determines whether you are reincarnated due to karma bandhan or you burn off all your karmas to become gunatit and go in the realm of moksha, go in the realm of Shiva in the Shivchit, and be freed from the Mayik world of prana. Make small progress every day. If progress are not made, accept the feedbacks and try to go back and initiate your bhakti yoga. Start chanting again, turn on the music again. Dhyan yoga, take big breaths and do some kumbhak. And nishkam yoga, doing yagyadan and tap, the sacrifice, austerity philanthropies that will help reinstill the pratyaharas, the intermittent fasting of the earth, the alkaline water of the water, the kumbhak of the air, nishkam karma of the fire, and dhyan of the ether. This pratyahara will reinstill the vigor in you to re-establish smoothness in the small cycle, so that the long-term cycle of karma bandhan and bhagavad kripa are well managed to burn off all the sanchit karma, not leading the formation of agami. Prarabdha will unfold. You will burn off all your karmas, become gunatit, sthit pragya, and ready for moksha when all the prarabdha has been erased. God bless you.